Hey yo, I'm back again. This time we're going to review, one of Tupac's first legendary albums, 2pacalypse Now. He released this shit when he was 19 in 1991. Tupac, he was kind of in the G-Funk old school era, was with Digital Underground. Digital Underground promoted this shit. This is definitely a classic album. He talks about him growing up in the hood. They got enough money to fight the war, but not enough for the poor to eat. Features Ice Cube on the track. Talks about his personal shit. Talks about Brenda, which is a pretty inspirational story. You need to check that out. I think it was a single. This album, changed, I think this album, kind of changed hip-hop, for example, got more white people to listen to it, and plus it talks people in the struggle, it's not over, follow your dreams and shit like that. Brenda had a baby, talks about, she has a baby because, she's only 13 and shit like that, like, welfare wouldn't pay her, fucked this, her cousin, so she had the baby, and no welfare, can't live at her parents' house, she feels like giving up and stuff like that. And that's pretty a sad story, but it's the hood, anything can happen, and he just talks about a lot of stories about, in the hood, and I got really respect for that. Even one of their tracks is featured in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, I Don't Give a Fuck, I also like that one too. It says fuck the police and other shit like that. The Oakland and Los Angeles LAPD, And Brenda had a baby, like I said, was a single, had Ice Cube on a track. And basically this album, is kind of like personal album too, and, talks about people in the hood and, what about them, Talks about even the black people, that once grew up in the hood, like Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy, Tupac's a pretty good guy. I mean, he even donates to charity for his hood, but he's like, why won't Will Smith, do that? Why won't Eddie Murphy, donate? Why won't Michael Jackson, they all three of them grew up in the hood, Yeah, it's basically, message to the people, that, there's people living good lives, but what about the people in the hood, definitely, what about the kids? And I do feel bad for them, because I know how it feels. I'm sorry, but, shit happens, but it doesn't mean that you can give up life, you can go more, you can be so successful. Your future is just as bright as fucking, the Rockefeller. Your future is just as bright, You can still do the same shit. It shouldn't matter where you came from, how you grew up, just how you can continue, your future, Don't let people put you down. Just fucking, shut them up and shit like that, So yeah, I really like this album. Probably give it an 8 out of 10. Just because it's a classic, had really good messages in it. It was different from any rap album at the time too, because it was more personal type shit. So definitely check it out if you haven't, which you should have. Yeah, check it out, like, subscribe, comment, what's your opinion about the album. I'm keeping this short, so yeah, peace, I'm out.